Hello everyone guys, this is Saahil from MBA. Let's talk about how CMAT was. CMAT slot 1 just completed at 12:30. Let's have an update from students about how it was. The paper when you talk about CMAT 2020, it turned out to be very easy than what was expected. We had a lot of students thinking, is what's going to be tough this time or is logic going to be tough? But if you see the paper and if you compare that paper with the past papers, we'll see this year's paper was comparatively quite easier. What does that mean? That means yes, the cutoff as compared to last year, as compared to 2018, is definitely going to go up. Let's talk in detail about sections. Let's start with GK section. When we talk about GK section, there were comparatively less questions from current affairs as compared to questions from static. There were simple questions for GK as well. There were questions which were like, who was the batsman who scored 5 consecutive centuries in the Cricket World Cup that just happened? There were questions on, in the year 1947, in the year 1957, how many overs were bowled per innings in a cricket match? There were also questions related to static, which were as simple as what is the length of the maximum platform that is there in India. So when you look at this type of questions, what we usually say that this is a predicted type of pattern. When you talk about, there were questions on geography, there were questions on science, there were questions related, never no questions related to politics. But what exactly turns out is the expected pattern that comes in. When you look at the questions, when you look at how was GK section, the number of questions which I'll say was that were much doable was 10. If any student has done 10 right questions in GK, he stands a good chance to score in the range of around 90 to 95 percentile when it comes to only GK. If you want to score in the range of 99 percentile or in the range of say 98 percentile plus when it comes only to GK section, I'll say a good attempt will be in the range of 17 questions odd, and that you can expect around 15 to 16 questions getting right. This score eventually will land up to a 99 percentile score. But what was surprising was there were very less questions which had very close options in GK. So even if you do not know a concrete answer, but you had a subject knowledge of that topic, you would have been able to answer that question. So GK, when I compare it to the previous years, I'll say was neither easy nor that tough. It was quite on a moderate side, where a good attempt could be for 95 percentile could be in the range of around 12 to 13 questions. Then we'll move on to logical reasoning section. This was the section that pleased each and every test taker that actually appeared for this exam. When you talk about the number of questions that you need to get right, it's going to be as high as 20 or 22. The normal guy who's going to score a 99.9 percentile is for sure a guy who's going to get 25 out of 25 questions right. This was the level of difficulty of the paper. When you look at questions and you think about scoring in the range of around 90 percentile, anything less than 18 questions right in logical reasoning is not going to be acceptable. You attempt in the range of 18 to 20 questions, that is obviously going to give you a range of 90 percentile. Any score, any number of questions you get right in the range of 20 to 23 is going to give you somewhere around 95 to 98, 99 percentile. If you want any score more than 99 percentile plus, the good attempt is almost 24-25 questions. Why? Because when you look at logical sectional paper in detail, you look at circular arrangement, you look at complex arrangement, you look at inside-outside circular arrangements. These questions were completely missing. That was actually very surprising. When students came out, they had a word. Logical reasoning is a section which almost all the students easily completed in the span of 30-35 minutes. Why was that? There were questions which were directly on syllogisms. There were 4 questions which were a puzzle type of question which came on blood relations. Yes, these were the questions on puzzle blood relation, but were damn simple. Any students who knows the basics about blood relations could easily get all the 4 questions right. There were questions on series, there were questions on coding, decoding. But when you look at the level of difficulty of the paper, that was very simple. You will be very surprised when a chapter like direction gives you 2 questions, 2 easy simple questions. You know what is going to be the level of paper. So when we say it's easy, yes, the cutoff is going to go up. When we say the cutoff is going to go up, we will say anything less than 20 to 18 is going to give you a 90 percentile. 20 to 23 questions is going to give you anything between 92 percentile to 98 percentile. A guy who's going to score 100 percentile is a short student who's going to get 25 out of 25 questions right. So logic in the end is going to be a deciding factor, but not that cause. Why? Because logic is a section which we will expect almost majority of the students to get it right. Next we come on to quants. Quants was a section which many students actually failed. Is it going to be difficult? Is it going to be simple? But quants, when you look, turned out to be on a less average side as compared to the past previous paper. You did not have tough questions. You had questions which could be easily solved if you approach the option first and then try to figure out what answer exactly could be. There were questions on modern maths. Modern maths in today's paper played a very crucial role. When you talk about PNC probability, there were 5 questions straight away from PNC probability into the paper. Any guy who leaves PNC and probability is going to land up in trouble. Any guy who even knows the basics and is decent with permutations and combinations is going to get at least 3 questions right. A guy who has done his homework, has got all the PNC probability questions right, is going to score 5 on 5. There were questions on time, speed, distance. There were questions on time and work. What was surprising was there was a data interpretation set with 3 to 4 questions. Surprisingly, the options, the answer that exactly extracted were somewhat approximate to the exact answer. A smart guy who knows is not going to waste his time, is going to use the approximation method which we teach in class and going to mark the exact answer. What it eventually leads is saving of time in your data interpretation. When you look at other questions in quants, it was really doable. There were, out of the 25 questions, 70% of the paper of quants was a level 1 paper. When you say 70%, 15 questions is somewhat a basic guy scoring in the range of 90 percentile is going to definitely get it right. Again, when you talk about 95 percentile plus, any attempt in the range of around 18 to 21 is going to be a good attempt with a 90% accuracy to get a 95 percentile in quants. 23 plus is obviously going to give you a 99 percentile in quants. The last section that I want to talk about is the verbal section. The verbal section in the past years usually had a lot of verses, had around 20 to 13 questions with at least 3 to 4 RC sets. But the surprising pattern and the new pattern that came out this year was they had only one single RC, a short RC, not even a lengthy RC, a short RC, but had around 8 to 9 questions. Out of this 8 to 9 questions, 3 to 4 questions were direct sitters, which I will say were a direct question that came from the paragraph. There were 4 questions out of which were inference-based questions. This was the pattern of questions which actually tested the students. The students who get this right are the students who are going to have a lot of leverage when it comes to the total scoring of the paper. Another question there was the parajumble. There were 3 questions on parajumble, but that were 3 basic questions. A guy who knows the basis of parajumbles is going to get these 3 questions right. The synonyms and the names also played a part, as well as we all know idioms and phrases comes in CMAT. So when we know this type of paper pattern, a guy who has prepared well for SCAT, CMAT, ZAT, NMIMS is the guy who has always faced CMAT, this paper very easy as compared to all the other exams. Now when we know and when we have analyzed all the 4 sections, let's see about what the total score is going to be. So if you ask us about what is going to be a 90 percentile, when we look at 2018, the 90 percentile was in the range of 200, we can clearly expect a 6 to 7 questions rise, that the score will land up to around 230 when it comes to the 90 percentile. 95 percentile in 2018 was in the range of 230. Now if I say we have a jump of again 8 questions, 8 questions comes up to 260 marks. It's going to be a 260 plus or 270 plus mark, and any score about 300 plus is going to give you a short 98 percentile. That's all from our side. We'll have a slot 2 analysis soon. All the very best to all the students for the upcoming CD exam. Thank you.